Okie dokie. And best human. Why it's so big? Choose to stay is Washington and Emily. That's obvious. The last one. Few times I was thinking I've done it, but it's not. And this one, I guess it's also somewhere at the beginning. Probably before I will met her in the trophy room. Okay, let's try. Oh, by the way, I'm here. And it's the big start of the quest. Am I right? What was I'm thinking about before?
I recognize this part of the corridor. I'm close.
What was my plan last time when I ended? What was the finish of previous? Okay.
Good evening, sir. I'm sorry, but an important meeting is underway. My instructions are to let no one pass.
I see. So that's where it's happening, in that room. I've just got to find a way in there.
Yeah, last time I fucked up, or I didn't have a buoyant.
Tell me, my good man.
Sir?
Passion, it's stupid, obviously, and I could manipulate.
Let me through. I'm in a hurry and they've already begun.
Sorry, sir, but no one is permitted to enter.
First, you delayed me at the dock. Then, at the buffet, you spilled red wine all over me. Then, you put my luggage in the wrong room.
It wasn't me, sir.
Don't try to trick me with the mask like last year. You've taken a dislike to me, and I don't know why, but it's too much. Let's pay a visit to Sir Home right now.
I beg you, sir, please, enter. My apologies, and I hope the rest of your stay will prove satisfactory.
The Prince by Machiavelli. Perfect.
Oh yeah. Again? I guess the playing quest eat the mess. Do I need it? Check all this.
I can't hear anything here. I've got to find another spot.
No wonders why they use achievement.
This window opens onto the balcony.
Has such low completion.
Okay, so that means the other room must be on my right.
Really? That's something new. Diversion.
Sir, I understand your eagerness, but the pressure on my family complicates the task.
Relax, my friend. Your relatives will soon be safe.
So what I saw in my vision really did happen. Well, I hope I haven't missed anything important.
I thank you so much.
Don't mention it. Now that's settled, let us speak about your support.
Yes. You mentioned earlier some assistance from the Golden Order?
Absolutely. I have concluded an agreement with their leader, Lady Sarah Faustine de Richet.
That's actually a fucking important piece of to know before the dinner.
Another case that Mother didn't tell me about.
The funds from the order will finance the building of a foundry in Tuscany. You will soon be able to count on 100 or more cannons for your future campaigns.
I was not expecting so much help from you. When can I meet this de Richet?
Well, unfortunately, something has cropped up. De Richet has disappeared.
Disappeared? What, here?
Yes, but the staff are redoubling efforts to find her, I assure you.
So the agreement, is it on or off?
It is on. Her right-hand man has just arrived here to help us find her. And it is none other than her son, Louis Maurice de Richet. I wager he will ensure his mother's commitments are met.
Louis. Not an easy name to live with in these times.
Of course. But from now on, you will deal with him.
This man, it can only be Mortimer.
Very well. I will seek him out.
Ma'am.
I got the achievement from the Napoleon only after I finished the game, cause I didn't see this part. Because again I fucked up with the servant or what I did, I don't remember. That's interesting. What should I do? Unity missed. Actually, what my time? Oh. Mm-hmm.
Well, I better get away from here.
And still I would need to use 2 of consumables. Wait, Fuck. It's because of... Whoa.
Louis?
Emily? I can explain.
Perhaps, but remain still.
But first, you could perhaps remove the blade from my throat?
You have 10 seconds to explain
Now
your
it's
presence
for
here.
Used. Emily? Yeah, okay, logic. Let's play.
Emily, we both know you're not going to kill anyone this evening.
Be careful. I might have to cut you off.
Wait! Let's talk about this misunderstanding.
What are you doing in my room?
Vulnerability. But it cost a fucking
First of all, let's keep calm. My being here is just a coincidence.
everything.
Anyway, I seriously doubt what I'm doing in your room is really the question that interests you. Now, is it?
Clever boy. So answer the question that does interest me. What were you really doing on the balcony?
Worry about you? Let's try.
Seeing the window open, I feared someone had entered your room. With what I'd heard next door, I'd every reason to believe that your life was in danger.
I am a grown woman, but how kind of you to worry about me. Now that I'm safe and sound, tell me more. Has this anything to do with the Order? Oh, yes. Washington informed me you were part of the Order.
You too? You're part of this too?
Yes. Now answer. Do these events concern me? Do they involve the Golden Order?
I overheard a conversation between a French soldier and some other individual.
And what were they talking about?
It seems Mother is involved, something about a military campaign. Apparently my mother validated an order of cannons to help this man.
Really? Since when does the Order finance wars?
As far as I know, since never.
Did they give any details, a date, what they were for?
Nothing at all. Did you know anything about this?
No, but I won't forget. Thank you. All right, Louis, I might have over it.
Oh yeah, I don't lie. Talent?
A bit. Please do.
Sincere. Diversion. Probably this one. I guess. And I got the achievement. That's fucking awesome.
Excuse me, but next time, please try knocking on my door. I'd be delighted to open it for you.
Oh, well, I'll remember in that case. Good night, Emily.
Good night, Louis.
I need to finish the quest now. Am I? Fuck, it's need to replay again. Everything. Go back to bed. No. I'm confused.
Your Eminence, what are you doing here?
I wanted to speak to you about something important. Do you still have my letter on you? The one I gave you in the hall?
Why do you ask?
I have a name to add to it.
Here it is.
You
Doesn't
don't.
matter.
You. That.
I'm at Mossert and Mortimer.
Whoa. I could have prevented a violent confrontation. I could have found something about my... It's maybe if I... Oh... Probably the other... Branch when the Barrows and Elizabeth at the conflict. I guess it's the place. That's cool. Eight. No, wait, so it means it's possible to get more points after each quest. That's only me who played this bad. And the calculation. So the whole game I was so bad at counting. What it gives? Nothing special.
All right,
And the fuck? The fuck? Where is the and the last one? But it's in the very beginning. It's a first quest, I guess, after the after I've arrived. Okay. Let's go. Episodes and it was Nightfall quest. This one.
what you ditch me and with the in it.
Is it?
Lord Mortar.
Anyway,
That
you
give.
up.
I'm.
Are you okay? Did you? Yeah. Are you? What? There. If that. No. It was here.
Get up.
Yep, that was quick. But I don't need to go through everything and
Louis, during the trip,
Yes, Duchess?
I'm not sure. Tell me, what...
Wait.
Well, I've devoted myself to the... A few years ago...
Counter-revolutionaries, I'd imagine.
Exactly. They got away. Thanks to a little diversion I came up with to keep the sans-culottes away. Believe me, they came close to adorning the walls of the catacombs of Paris.
So that young French diplomat was you? The mercy you showed the agents of the Queen roused the admiration of the court. Few would have let them leave France alive.
Duchess, I'm surprised that anyone still remembers.
Well, they say I have the memory of two people. But please, call me Emily.
Fine, Emily. Tell me, I was actually helped on that case by my mother. You wouldn't know her by any chance?
Wait, Louis. We've already met. You do remember me, don't you?
How could I forget a woman such as yourself?
A woman such as me? What a sweet talker you are. Remind me of how we met?
Oh, Emily, I am marked for life. I'm sure you leave
Pardon?
that There's a veil of mystery around you that only adds to your charm and your curves. You would enchant any man.
Hold it, Louis. You've lost me there.
It's as though you have several women hidden inside you, Emily. I mustn't share my true feelings about you. If I ever dared, I...
No, dare not, Louis. Better that way. You go and take a deep breath, and we'll forget all about it.
Hey, Emily, you've gone all red. Are you blushing?
Right, time to go to the manor.
I ask her a question, she answers with another. Is she playing with me?
Emily, please excuse my insisting, but you still haven't answered about my mother. Do you know her?
You'll see, Louis. Everybody here knows Sarah de Richet.
I don't know where we're going like this, Emily, but you're connected to my mother one way or another. And if I can believe my vision, you don't have much of a place in her heart.
Now I see the game has unfucking believable ways to play. Same situation because of skills and
Must be an incredible view from up there. Impossible to set foot on the island without being
dialogues.
seen from 300 meters away.
Go up to the manor. Last time I've it because
Good evening, sir. May I ask, Monsieur de you must be Sarah de Richet's son. I must tell you we are doing our utmost to find your mother as quickly as possible.
I have an appointment with...
Sir, who closely
Where...
in after we
Did anyone...
that we I have we're on
That hanker...
but on it must
A Latin inscription.
whoa. I guess when I play the through the occult, that wasn't Cover. Look for. Yeah.
Probably.
Come on. Wow.
Wooden floorboard. Probably comes from this. Looks like a sack of seeds. It's unopened. No one seems to have used any. Looks like the barrel's been broken for quite some time.
And here will be one more box with the adhesive.
Some rope. Apparently no one's touched the lantern. Nothing special. Let's look. It's... The address is 50 Bedford Square, London. The addressee's in Sao Paulo, Brazil. That reminds me, it's about time the Order sent some envoys there. A letter written in an Oriental language. This letter's in Japanese. It's addressed to a certain Kei Shotaro in Tokyo. This envelope is meant for the Vatican. This name sounds familiar. Prashi. No. An address in Cairo, Egypt. Mortimer communicates with the whole world, apparently. Probably a Dutch. Hôtel de Cluny, Rue de Mathurin, Paris. I guarantee this letter is for my mother. The address is a hideout for the Golden Order. If you write anyone over there, you have to watch out in case someone's reading your mail. But who is this Samuel Ritter d'Auchois? Let's see what's inside this letter. So,
Dear Samuel, my stay on Lord Mortimer's island is going wonderfully well. As I find myself in such charming company, I plan to stay a few more weeks. Would you be so kind as to send me a gift that I'd like to give to our old friend Manuel Godoy? I would be most grateful. I have been told that he's going to join us here soon. I would like to mark the occasion. Thank you in advance. Yours devotedly, Sarah Faustine de Richet.
what is your game here, Mother? Secrets, always more secrets. You never talk to anyone using language like this. Something's going on here. Who is this Samuel Ritter? And for crying out loud, who is this Manuel Godoy that you keep bringing up? Think. Godoy. Manuel Godoy. Why does the name sound so familiar? Ah, it's coming back to me. Godoy is the head of the Spanish government. He was appointed by King Charles IV, if I'm not mistaken. Rumor has it that he's very close to the Queen. Too close. Much too close. But hey, that's none of my business. He has a reputation of being upright and proud, very attached to the aristocracy, and close to Louis XVI. Well, hope we meet to talk about it soon, Mother. I don't know what you've gotten yourself into this time, but I'll bet you've got a lot to tell me.
Whoa. The beginning is very different. Have I checked everything? Let's see.
Let's look.
I guess.
That reminds me. It's a...
Yeah, the beginning is very different. I already discovered some of vulnerabilities. They haven't even see them.
Probably comes from this part of the wharf. The
Wait, why? Oh,
Hey. Somebody replaced it. That does it. Let's see what's hidden inside. There's a book and also a bag. The Mysterium Cosmographicum. I know that book well. Mother used to read passages from it to me all the time. And judging from what I can see, it's the same one as hers. For crying out loud, what's happened to you, Mother? Let's look inside the bag. A little food, a few toiletries, a small key, and some kind of black powder. Some fruit, a piece of bacon, and some bread. The fruit's still firm. Bread's a bit stale. From the smell, this food's been here roughly 2 days. And if it's rationed, there's enough left to last 2 more days. An iron key completely rusted. You never know. It might be useful. I hope Mother wasn't counting on it. Bottom of the bag is covered in black powder. Shit, those are definitely my mother's things. I recognize her hairpins. This bag smells of her perfume. A piece of soap, some oils, and her powder puff. But what does all this mean? Right, just in case, crying out loud. Why did you hide supplies in the middle of nowhere, Mother?
oh, that's how I managed to do this last time.
This looks like a pistol case. I don't just like in my... This wharf is used as storage for a lot of barrels. Uh-huh. What have we here? It's cannon powder. It's unusable now. I don't know what the person who left this barrel like this had in mind, but it's a waste. So, let's go through this. My mother's been hiding pieces of bread between the rotten boards of the wharf in the middle of the night. That's not normal. And if that weren't enough, looks now like she's armed. Meanwhile, she also takes the time to send out letters, reassuring whoever might be interested that she's having a fabulous time here. So odd.
A fragment of amber.
Whoops. I fucked up the salt. Now I'm going to the manor for the last achievement. Doo-doo-doo. Wait, what?
How did Mortimer manage to build his manor at the top of a rocky outcrop? Impressive.
Ah, my son. I was looking for you.
What can I do for you, Your Eminence?
I wanted to ask you. You are the son of Sara de Riche, aren't you? You see, your mother and I were supposed to meet here on this very spot. I was supposed to hand her a very important envelope. But I haven't seen her.
If only Mother had told me why she was coming here. Anyway, I ought to take the envelope. It might have something to do with her disappearance.
Listen, if it will help, you can always give it to me.
Ah, fuck. Yeah.
Thank you, my son. Would you...
Certain,
I shall...
By the way,
I hope that if your mom...
that, but since we work together... Mother passed... Oh, look.
Up to...
Don't... Your Eminence,
without your mother, even if she does not share all our convictions.
Reliable.
She always proceed on here. Remember?
well,
Near the chimney.
I thought my chimney was big, but this one is beyond belief.
It's the least one can say. I've been longing for a warm fire.
I thought my chimney is big.
Ages.
Since I set foot on the island, I haven't ventured more than 2 yards away from it.
Have you also just arrived?
Oh, late morning, I'd say.
Louis, come join us. Monsieur, may I introduce you to Monseigneur His Eminence, Cardinal Piaggi. He joins us straight from Rome.
Oh, just call me Your Eminence. It's simpler.
George Washington, President of the United States of America.
Delighted at last to make your acquaintance, Mr. President.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. President. Louis Moras de Riche. It is an honor to meet you.
Young man, let's keep it simple, please. Let us forget our fancy titles. Nice to meet you, Louis.
I should imagine you never thought you'd be in such company.
I must admit that I didn't. It's the first time that I've ever met so many illustrious personalities.
And you haven't seen anything yet. Generally, when Lord Mortimer organizes one of his receptions, there are over a dozen people here.
They can't all be here yet, and you'll see, most of the time there's only the upper crust.
And I noticed you were already getting to know His Eminence at the entrance. It's the perfect place to build up a network. What were you talking about, if you forgive my indiscretion?
Believe me, she's not that special. His Eminence was asking me for my opinion about the style of the main door. I have to admit, this place certainly doesn't lack panache.
It's simply stupefying.
Oh, pity. No scrumptious gossip or juicy tidbits, unmentionable secrets, or even money matters. But you'll see, it will come. Despite all the goodwill in the world, you can't stop people scheming left and right around here.
Speak for yourself, sir.
Well, my friends, do any of you know the reason why we're here this time?
Not in the slightest. As for me, I've been invited by Sir Holm, a close friend of Lord Mortimer, but I do not know the reason why.
You see, Louis, every time Lord Mortimer organizes a reception, he always finds a moment to set up a chat with all the guests.
During which time we remake the world.
Accompanied by gallons of absinthe and cussing. I'll leave you to imagine the result.
So, if I understand rightly, Monsieur de Richet, you've come out here to join your mother. For what reason, exactly?
Lord Mortimer asked me to drop everything and come find my mother, who seems to have disappeared during her stay here. I took the first boat, and here I am.
I'm so sorry.
Don't be, sir. It's not your fault.
Seriously, though, I know your mother well. Stay behind with me afterwards, and we'll take a moment to speak about her.
Good lord! Washington is wearing the emblem of the Grand Master of the Golden Order. It's the highest distinction of the Order in the United States. It puts him on par with my mother. He must really know his stuff when it comes to the occult.
Good evening, my friends.
Holy shit! That's the man for my vision.
An urgent case has delayed our host, Lord Mortimer. He can't be present this evening, and he sends his deepest apologies.
He's asked me here and he hasn't even turned up? Great start. Do you know that man?
Sir Gregory Holm, an English aristocrat, very influential. He's also close to Lord Mortimer, so don't be surprised if he acts like he's at home.
And now, my dear guests, a light meal is served in the small salon. For those who would like to, you're invited to follow me into the next room.
My dear fellow, you must have read my thoughts. I shall follow.
We'll have to be careful not to make too much noise. One of Lord Mortimer's guests is relaxing.
Oh, we shall be quiet.
Don't take it the wrong way, Sir Holm, but I have already eaten. Thus, I shall be happy to remain by the fireside.
If you don't mind, Gregory, I should like to keep Mr. Washington company.
Please feel at home. And you, sir?
If I stay with Washington, we'll be able to speak about my mother. But on the other hand, I'd like to learn more about this home. I saw him in my vision. Let's see what Washington has to say.
Sir, if you don't mind, I shall stay here.
Do exactly as you please, young man.
Louis, thank you for staying. Just like you, when I arrived this morning, I found out that Sarah had gone missing. I know your mother well. Don't worry. Emily is from the English branch of the Golden Order.
And President Washington is in fact the leader of the Order in the United States.
Unfucking... Unfucking believable. So... if I... would try again to sneak and to sneak by the Napoleon and the Mortimer, enter the Emily's room, it could be probably different dialogues, since I was that moment I will know that Emily also in the order.
I didn't know.
Sorry to have made you wait, but I didn't want to speak in front of the others.
You did well. Secrecy and discretion are the pillars of our organization.
If I can help in any way at all, please don't hesitate to ask, my lad. And if you have any other questions, now's the time.
Mother has always had a fascination for Lord Mortimer, but has never wanted to tell me why.
Lord Mortimer is a remarkable man. He's wealthy, and is advisor to the very highly placed. Your mother is the head of the Order in France. It doesn't surprise me that he asked her to come.
Lord Mortimer greatly contributed to financing my electoral campaign, for example. But I want this to be clear, without ever seeking to gain an advantage.
And that is to his credit.
Yes, you can trust him. He will do everything in his power to help you find Sarah.
Mr. Washington, you seem to be very familiar with my mother. When did you last speak to her?
Philadelphia, 15 years ago. Sarah often went back and forth between France and the United States.
Yes, I remember those days. I didn't see her too often. Right. Would it be too much if I asked you a few more questions?
Not at all. Go ahead. But I can't promise I'll remember everything.
May I ask, when you saw each other, what did you talk about? So, my mother was with...
Fucking believable. Just the beginning, I already discovered a lot of everything. I guess such result I got only at the end of the first episode.
During the
Fucking
American
believable.
Revolution, did you talk about politics?
Yes. In spite of her young age, she defended our cause with enthusiasm.
Did she go to the front line like your famous gunner, Molly Pitcher?
Yes, in a way.
The role given to women in your war was a great step forward.
Lee, I am impressed. Few people know about the legend of Molly, so you don't know the true story. Molly Pitcher is a character invented by Sarah. She persuaded me to use a heroic female figure, an American Joan of Arc, if you will. It enabled us to gain a few thousand extra fighters, and it was all thanks to your mother.
I didn't know that. Thank you, sir. I was hoping to speak with Lord Mortimer. At least now I have some information, thanks to you.
I repeat, Lord Mortimer is a man of his word. You won't be disappointed. And I am persuaded that your mother's research is his main concern.
Mother still is at the head of the Golden Order. I find it difficult to believe that she came to this island without notifying the other members.
As for myself, I did not know. I am here at the request of Sir Holm, a situation regarding the Crown of England to resolve, and to see what Lord Mortimer has to propose to us.
As for me, Lord Mortimer asked me here to speak about the future of America. I did not know that your mother would even be among us. In any case, no one has yet mentioned associating the Order.
We haven't found many clues yet.
America, fuck yeah. Don't speak about the book. Show the book.
But
Even more this. Oh, fucking believable. Does it mean the cult branch not cool?
I did find a book that belongs to my mother.
Where did you find it?
That's what worries me. I found it hidden on the wharf.
Do you think she was preparing to discreetly leave?
I don't know.
An extremely likely proposition.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Don't worry, Louis. I'm sure nothing bad has happened to her.
Yes, I hope not.
Careful, they're coming back.
Well, I am impressed with all this splendor.
But don't spend too much time with Mr. Washington, my dear, or you'll lose your pretty accent. You seem to be intrigued by that statue.
Absolutely. It is remarkable.
Lord Mortimer is fond of atypical works of art. I won't disguise the fact that I find it all a little megalomaniacal. But I must say, he does have some outstanding pieces.
Sir Holm, who was that young lady with you?
Elizabeth Adams, Mr. President. She would have liked to have stayed with us, but the poor thing is exhausted.
Elizabeth Adams?
Miss Adams is here to rest. You have perhaps already come across her in the corridors. She arrived a few days ago.
I perceived her, but we weren't introduced.
Rest assured, she is not here for the same reasons as yourselves. Consequently, I'm counting on your indulgence. On that note, it's very late. You must be exhausted.
Oh. So the all opportunities was about detective. Probably doesn't matter what was the character. It will act in different ways without diplomat skills. I probably haven't. I probably won't able to open vulnerabilities and rates.
The servant will accompany you to your rooms.
Ladies, gentlemen, I bid you all, Mr.
Right.
Just want to check the dialogue with Emily again.
Right. But if I open...
Unseal the letter. Leave the letter closed. Interesting. What did I fail? Nothing. Nothing. I definitely need a manipulation and psychology and
The servant.
It was
right.
for all we can come. Take us.
Here.
A little night.
There's nothing like
Do not hesitate to ask a servant to show you back.
the. Thank you.
Yeah. Skip. Don't need it.
Ex-
Skip. Yes. Skip.
Elizabeth.
Well, but
Skip.
good.
It is-
Yeah, and
But if my vision is true, there are two men nearby discussing very important issues, and one of them looks much like Mortimer. Washington is very kind, but I came to this island for my mother, not for his ghost stories.
Sir,
Probably because
I recognize this part of the corridor. I'm close. Locked. Servants change.
That's interesting.
Good evening, sir. I'm sorry, but an important
found-
meeting is
I don't know.
underway. My instructions are to let no one pass.
Tell me,
Sir.
Now I not able to give to make manipulation.
listen, Sir, are you really
Okay, that's another pass. Vulnerability, even discover. Unfuck. Oh yeah, I did it before. Matter.
Okay.
And here is it.
Relax, my friend. Your relatives
Really? Yeah, it was.
soon be.
I...
Don't make.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Another.
The fun. You.
I...
Where?
So...
It is.
Louis...
This.
Very...
That.
Opportunity missed. Doesn't matter. And
Louis?
Emily? I can explain.
Perhaps, but remain still.
but first, you could perhaps remove the blade from my throat?
You have 10 seconds to explain your presence here.
Madam, 10 seconds isn't enough for me to tell you how sorry I really am for having entered your room, and I mean that sincerely.
That's a good start. What are you doing in my room?
I thought a night stroll would help me sleep better. A servant must have closed the window behind me and...
And my window was the only way for you to get back inside. Most convincing. What were you really doing on the balcony?
Going outside was the only way I could listen to what was being said in the room next door. If you knew the trouble I went through to get to the balcony, that reminds me of a story. Last time I was in Madrid, I had to climb up a church and... there were-
Louis, your little anecdote is quite fascinating, but please stop wasting my time. Do these events concern me? Do they involve the Golden Order?
I overheard a conversation
Not
between
really.
a French soldier and some other individual.
And what were they talking about?
It seems Mother is involved, something
A
about
lot
a
of changes.
military campaign. Apparently my mother validated an order of cannons to help this man.
Really? Since when does the Order finance wars?
As far as I know, since never.
Did they give any details, a date, what they were for?
Nothing at all. Did you know anything about this?
No, but I won't forget. Thank you. All right, Louis, I might have overreacted a bit. Please do excuse me, but next time, please try knocking on my door. I'd be delighted to open it for you.
Oh, well, I'll remember in that case. Good night, Emily.
Good night, Louis.
Wow. Psychology just rose up by itself. One important question. Did she hold the same dagger that I saw in Elizabeth's room? And the same dagger was used to kill Elizabeth. It's fucking interesting. Okay, doesn't matter. That's it. It's fucking it. It's empty. Wow.
Here it is.
I complete you have a
Eiffel. No keys in this chest. That's it. That's fucking interesting. Okay, let's summarize. You've unlocked all achievements. Fuck yeah. Probably the easiest, one of the easiest game to unlock all achievements. Spend 30 hours. Not a great game, but pretty good. And that's it.